Absolute Batman just brought in the Court of Owls, and that changes everything. In main continuity, it took 72 years for the court to appear. Here, 17 issues. This is no cameo. What it is supposed to be is a warning. And this challenges everything we've seen so far. I've got thoughts, theories, and breakdowns coming straight to you, like why and how is Martha Wayne connected to the court? What is Joker's connection to them? And has Batman lost control of Gotham? Make sure you stick around so I can give you my thoughts on the big death in this issue. I'm Kel McCall, welcome to the Absolute Bat, and I did not think this month's video would be about the Court of Owls, so I am pumped. Let's start at the beginning, shall we? When Batman finally fought the Court of Owls in 2011, he had decades of experience. He'd dismantled empires, crushed crime families, and taken down villain masterminds. So even when he finds out they have been around all along, he knows if he doesn't break, he can take them down over time. Absolute Batman, however, I can count on one hand how many villains he's fought. Black Mask, Bane, Poison Ivy, Freeze, and we can't forget about those white supremacists actually. But when mainline Batman went against the Court of Owls, he was defending what he believed was his city, a city he had earned for many years. But this Batman is going to have to earn the city against the Court of Owls, and this is just hard for me to believe. He won't be defending Gotham, he'll be trying to take it, and this makes perfect sense when you look at who's writing this story, because Scott Snyder, the man who introduced the court in New 52, is writing Absolute Batman. The original Court of Owls saga essentially inserted the court into Batman's history, revealing that they always had been there. So it makes perfect sense for Snyder to bring them into this universe from the very start. And now we're starting to see what that might look like. We'll dive into what we know. Martha Wayne used to be connected to them. This was very shocking to me, but I wouldn't say it's uncommon to have Martha have some kind of darker, slightly evil backstory. We've seen things like Thomas Wayne becoming Batman and Martha Wayne becoming the Joker in other timelines. And I'm also reminded of how the Batman Telltale series tied Martha to the Arkham family and revealed deep criminal connections in Bruce's lineage. So this feels like a new way to explore that same idea. And with Snyder's history with the court, this feels very natural, but man, it also makes you feel awful for Batman. Bruce may still find out about his mother's ties. It's going to break him in ways we haven't seen before. This version of Batman is already darker and more unstoppable than most interpretations, and that revelation could push him even farther. His reaction to that moment is one I am waiting for sure. If he finds out, given what happens, at the end of issue 17, she makes a call to the court and they find her. In issue 18, we see that they bring her out to a remote location and have her at gunpoint for breaking a no contact rule. She almost seems to think Batman coming to Gotham gives them a chance to rise back up. Here is where we learn the court is in the shadows defeated. Martha comes back to them because she used to be their best Talon. She pleads her case on why they should accept her back, but ultimately they pull the trigger. And it seems like this big absolute death everyone has been talking about is Martha Wayne. Although us real comic book fans know we didn't see a body. No death. Also, would the best Talon just let you shoot them in the face? Just kidding, I think she's dead. But I'll note before her death, she reveals two big things. The first is that the court fought against the rich and elite from the shadows as vicious owls. And if you're wondering how exactly Joker is related to this, well, that's the second thing. Martha tells us he crushed them and seemingly forced them into hiding. And if Jack Grimm has been in power for over a century, I can assume the Court of Owls aren't shy of that, if shy of it at all. But it seems like somewhere along the way, like in the main Batman universe, Joker was able to defeat the court. The Joker fits oddly into the mold of the OG Court of Owls. They both have the scummy, rich and elite vibe going for them, I guess. And both known for abducting kids, killing and preying on those weaker than them. And now we get to my third and final point. And this is driven by one of my favorite symbolic scenes in this issue. Bruce walks the streets of Gotham to see Batman has become quite popular. Merchandise is everywhere, including t-shirts and toy bat axes. While this is probably a product of him speaking out to Gotham about Arkham and fighting Bane on live TV, he admits that this is not what he wanted for Batman. And while Gotham's surface is falling in love with Batman, it feels like he is losing his grip on the underworld. I ask the question, is Batman losing Gotham? Let's not forget this issue we're talking about was dealing with Poison Ivy, and Batman does not beat her in issue 17 or even get close to taking her down. In issue 18, he would have been defeated if Barbara Gordon the cop, didn't save him. We'll get to her story in the next part of this video. But not to mention, he wasn't really able to take down Mr. Freeze either earlier in the series. Don't get me wrong, Black Mask with the party animals and Bane's pure mind and strength were huge hurdles, but it was very obviously just the beginning. He's up against Joker's massive plan for him, which, just to remind everyone, includes Scarecrow, which we have a look at, Man-Bat, Mad Hatter, Hugo Strange, Clayface, and Deathstroke. You think that sounds rough? Don't forget he has majorly pissed off his childhood best friends, who are becoming Two-Face, Riddler, Penguin, and Killer Croc, who are in extremely rough shape after being physically altered by Bane and Arkham. And the Court of Owls on top of that, and we have major problems that this young Batman is not ready for at all. But I sure can't wait to read it. To answer the question, he may not have lost the city yet, but he sure doesn't have it on his side. In little flashes during this issue, we get some of the opposite viewpoints of Batman, as Dick Grayson complains that Batman is making the city crazy, and Harley Quinn argues to her gang members that it's okay to work with Batman. Gotham could be very divided on Batman soon. In issue 18, we even see Harley Quinn and her friends approach Alfred wanting in on the whole Batman thing. But the terrifying part about all of this is the reveal that the Court of Owls is entering absolute Batman, and the fact that it's this early means Gotham might be far more controlled than we thought. A secret society pulling strings from the shadows, we discover his own family has ties to them, and somewhere in the middle of all this chaos, the Joker and his plans still lurk in the background. And while we don't know the entire history of the Court and Joker, one thing is clear: Gotham isn't the city Batman thought it was. Because the deeper you look, the deeper this mystery gets. Has Joker been in power all along for almost a century or more? Does the Court still possess enough power to do anything about it? I thought issues 17 and 18 really played off each other really well, so I have a part 2 coming to this issue, and I will cover the fight with Poison Ivy, the potential Robins and Batgirl that are coming, and Bruce Wayne's story over the 2 issues, which cover his big decision at the end. Click on this video to get that, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.